Are you an apple shape who's struggling with how to hide the tummy and still feeling stylish? Well, in today's video, I'm going to fix that for you. My name is Marleen. I'm a personal stylist, but more importantly, I am a fellow apple shape. I have a big old tummy, but I have spent the last 5 years of my life studying the apple shaped body and teaching myself how to hide that tummy and feeling confident. In today's video, I will be showing you 5 outfits, but more importantly, I will be showing you the outfit formula that I'm going to use to achieve the result. Some of these are going to be out of your comfort zone, there is no doubt about it, but the best part of it is you can try it in the comfort of your own home just using the pieces that you have. But 5 outfits, an outfit formula, how to hide the tummy and still feel confident. Let's get stuck into it. Just so you know, this video is going to be a raw video. I am not going to be doing a lot of edits in it. I'm not going to have a lot of B-rolls and everything. This is just me taking you on the journey and showing you how I put together the outfits, how I work the formula, and how I feel confident in wearing my outfits while I'm hiding my tummy, all right? Let's talk about the outfit formula first. And it's not difficult, and you can work this formula with all the pieces that you have in your wardrobe one way or another. Basically, it means we start with the top, we add a bottom, and then we add a layer. That is pretty much the basic of it. And the beauty of this formula is the fact that the layer, which is the key for us apple shapes, hides the tummy. Now, I know those of you who live in a warmer climate won't necessarily be able to wear a layer, but I will do an outfit as well where it's not necessary to have a layer. So we'll get back to that, all right? But this is the basic outfit formula. Now, there are a few rules that I need you to keep in mind when we're putting together our outfits. The most important one is to always, as an apple shape, define your waist. This is going to be a little bit of a long explanation, so bear with me. But basically, it is all about the rule of third. You've heard me talk about the rule of third if you follow me here on my channel, and I've never really explained it, so let's give it a go today. The rule of third is basically all about the visual breaks in your outfits. So when you look at the outfits that I'm wearing right now, you will see a visual break between my neck and my chest, where my neckline is. You will then, which is the most visible one, you will see a break right here at my waist. You will then see a break here on my thigh where my jacket ends. And lastly, you will see a breakdown at my feet at the bottom of my trousers. Now, the rule of third is all about putting your body into proportion. It is what is visually pleasing to the masses. I don't know who decided this, and if you don't want to follow the rules, you don't have to. But basically, the rule of third is that we visually cut our body into 2 halves. One half has to be the length of 1/3 of your body, and the other half has to be 2/3 of the length of your body. Now, my jacket right now is playing a trick. But if I take this off for a minute, can you see this? 1/3, 2/3. Now you can flip this around if you want and wear a top that'll cover 2/3, and you only show 1/3 down the bottom. So you can flip it around if you prefer. Now with the jacket on, you might say, yeah, but Marleen, you now have a break on your thigh. And that is true. But if I just stand here, you tell me, where does your eye land when you look at my outfits? I guarantee you it lands right here and the way up. And the reason for this is because I'm wearing a lighter color underneath the jacket, and then I've kept the longer part, the 2/3, I've kept that in the dark colors. You can absolutely play around with the colors. This is, however, how I personally feel confident. I prefer to have the darker half at the bottom, and I prefer that my 2/3 are on the bottom. You can flip it around all you want, play around with the pieces that you have, but can you see the visual break happens right here? And that leads me to the point that I made, that the most important thing always to do for an apple shape is to define your waist. I know it's scary. I know tucking in your top as an apple shape is, it is one of the most scary things to do. I've been there, I've done it. It took me a long time, but I promise you, once you get the hang of tucking in your tops, defining your waist, belts are the easiest way to do it. And I know, I'm just gonna have an outbreak here. Many of you are going to say, but Marleen, I don't have a waist. I look weird when I wear a belt. Thing is, you wear a layer, you only show the belt buckle. No one sees the rest when we are wearing a layer. Does that make sense? This is where I need you to be brave. This is where I need you to jump out of your comfort zone and try something different. Keep in mind that no one can see your tummy. No one. it's hidden. Even though I have it on display, no one is seeing my tummy because my jacket makes sure that it's covered. Does that make sense? Now, that leads us to the next point, and that is that make sure that all the pieces that you have in your wardrobe fit you properly. If your clothes doesn't fit you properly, it's going to look out of balance. It's going to look out of proportion. You will end up more than likely looking bigger than what you actually are. And it's going to emphasize your belly in a lot of different ways, which is what we're trying to eradicate. Do you know what I'm saying? So make sure that every piece that you have in your wardrobe actually has a proper fit on you. And I'll give you a little example with my jacket. It's quite an easy visual to make. Can you see the shoulder measurement? It fits me just on my shoulder, right? If I have it, so let's just do like this. If I have a jacket that's too big, right, here, it fits here, but if it's too big, can you see how droopy it looks on the other side? And that's simply just because the shoulder measurement has now moved out an inch or two. Can you see the difference? Hey, when I'm just standing. Can you see the difference of a proper fitted shoulder versus one that is too big and too slouchy? And then I know some of you are going to say, but Marleen, if it fits in the shoulders, I can't close it. That's okay. You don't need to close your jacket because when it just hangs, there is still no tummy in sight. It is these little minute tricks that makes all the difference in how an outfit sits on us apple shapes, because we have been ingrained from a very young age that if you have a tummy, you just gotta hide. The problem is we end up looking bigger and we won't look refined, stylish, and we most certainly won't feel stylish nor confident because we're just wearing baggy clothes. So as I said, the most important thing is to define that waist. We'll talk more about it as we go along. I'll show you different visuals on how to do it, etc. But define that waist and don't be afraid of tugging in your top. Never. We can hide it. It's not a problem. And also keep the structure, the balance, and the proportions of your outfit in place. Make sure the structure is in your outfit, meaning you have proper quality and that it fit properly. The balance means that you have the balance of colors, that you have the balance of the pieces, that so they work together harmoniously. And the proportion means that your clothes fit you properly. The rule of third, keep it in mind, as we were just talking about those visual breaks, make sure you have the 1/3 in one half of the body and 2/3 in the other half of the body. Flip it around if you want. And again, I will show you visuals as we go along. But those are the key elements to keep in mind as we go along. And now it's simply just a matter of pulling out stuff from the wardrobes and start making outfits. So I'm just going to go and get a whole pile of stuff and then we'll make some outfits. The formula stays the same, it's just the pieces that have changed. And for this time, I have gone for a bootcut pair of trousers. So it's a very different silhouette than the wide leg baggy trousers or jeans that I was wearing before. These ones have a bit more structure to them. They show off my slimmer thighs, but they still put me into balance and proportion because they flare out at the bottom. The cardigan is a little bit on the bulky side. It does make me look a little bit square, but I do live in the countryside. I am always cold, so I do have to make sure that my outfits are very practical. Hence why I also below have worn a little turtleneck. Turtlenecks are not always the best on us apple shapes, especially if you have a large chest like I do. As you can tell, it does make my chest look very large, but I'm using it as a layering piece underneath my cardigan, meaning it's not really a problem. I have defined the waist by tugging in the t-shirt, but I don't have belt loops on these trousers, so I can't wear a belt. But because I once again have the contrasting colors, the creams and the tan, we still have that visual break. So we're still keeping the rule of third in place. We still have the balance, we still have the proportions, and we still have the structure. I haven't added a lot of jewelry for this one, simply just because it doesn't fit my everyday lifestyle running around with 4 dogs. But this cardigan does have gold buttons on, so there's still a little bit of interest. We still, as I say, we have the break between the colors, and I've just added a little gold earrings, the same as I wore before. I didn't change them. So very, very practical, but still a very well balanced outfit. And there is no tummy in sight. Now, your outerwear plays a huge part in your outfits as well. And for this outfit, we're starting off with a coat. This coat makes my shape look absolutely amazing. Look, it actually looks like I have a waist, which I naturally don't. It is simply just because I have the proportions correctly. I have the pieces that fit my body perfectly. It makes me look as if I have a waist. So even though I'm wearing a coat, I have a belt on, There's no tummy in sight because the piece fit me so perfectly. If I was to leave the coat open, as to show you, I'd have the exact same visual as we've had on the other outfits, only I've gone heavy on the burgundy, so the pieces just kind of nicely blend together. My inner outfits only consist of 2 pieces, and I know this is scary because I have fully tucked, I'm wearing a belt, and I have no layer on. The key here is to once again have pieces that fit you perfect. I'll do the exact same visual. There is no tummy in sight because I'm wearing wide leg trousers, and it's not because I don't have a tummy, because believe you me, I have plenty of tummy. It is just because I have learned the tips and tricks to hide my tummy and dress to feel confidently. I'm wearing a little blouse, but if you are living in a warmer climate and can't wear layers, imagine this could be a tank top or maybe just a short sleeve t-shirt or a short sleeve blouse or something like that, depending on what aesthetic you need, let's say for work or whatever. And then instead of the wide leg trousers, you could simply just wear a pair of wide leg shorts. It could even be a skirt. I will make an outfit with a skirt in a minute. But once again, by having pieces that fit my body perfectly, there is no tummy in sight. And that is the key to dressing our apple shape. I have once again defined our waist. Where does your eye land when I'm coming closer? Right on the belt buckle. And where does it travel next? To the slit in my t-shirt, because it's showing a little bit of skin, but it's also the lighter color that I have on top. So your eye naturally travels from my belt buckle to the slit to my face. You see that? The key is literally to know what works for you, what works for your body shape, finding the pieces that you love, make sure they have the perfect fit, and then simply just putting them together. This outfit is a 2-in-1. There's 2 different outfits in the same one, but this time we have a black blazer over a black turtleneck fine knit over a blazer with long sock boots. This is how I would dress this outfit in the winter time. Now I have belted the blazer, and I know that's scary for many of you, but as I'm standing here, because I have chosen black, you don't see anything of my outfit except the bling on my belt. Am I right? That is exactly where your eye lands, just on that little bit of bling. And where does your eye travel to? This time it'll probably travel to the skirt because that's where it's lighter. But again, because it's pieces that fit my body perfectly, works with my body shape, there is no tummy in sight. Now the blazer, you can absolutely use this as a layering piece, but let me take off the blazer and the belt, and you will see the second outfit. This skirt, again, fits my body perfectly. It cinches in my waist and then it just flows beautifully over my hips. Even better, this skirt has pockets, and that is why I fell in love with it. The color, the pattern, the leopard print is on my bottom half. Personally, when I go for leopard print, and I don't wear print very often, it's very rare that I do, I tend to go for it with a block color, and obviously because it has black in the bottom of the skirt, I have gone for black. That is why I feel confident in this outfit, even though the leopard skirt is so out of my comfort zone. It is about pairing pieces that make you feel confident with the pieces that you want to wear that are out of your comfort zone. And again, because the shape of the skirt fits me perfectly, there is no tummy in sight. Although it's in there. It's in there. So that's the 2-in-1. Now, once again, the rule of third is in place. The skirt is longer, and because it has the black hem on the skirt going down to the black boots, it's more kind of uniform. The balance and the structure is in there. Although, as I say, it's very out of my comfort zone. My waist is defined by the pattern of the skirt, and I've just teamed it with a little gold necklace just for something to draw your eye up, because black is a little bit stark, I think. Do you know what? I haven't once yet changed anything else of Julia's same earrings, but that is the second outfit. And again, it's all about wearing pieces that fit your body perfect, that you can play around with and feel confident in. So that is my whatever, third, fourth, fifth, or whatever outfit that is. For my last outfit, I decided to show you the formula in a dressed up version. So this time I have gone into my little black dress. I hope you'll forgive me, but it is a little bit on the big side for me. But the idea, of course, is once again to get pieces that fit you perfectly. Once again, it's a piece that put me into balance and into proportion. My rule of third is in place, and I have once again defined a waist. I'll come up and show you up close in a minute. But What you can see I've done here is this dress has these little straps that you can tie into a bow up on your shoulders. That makes my shoulders a little bit wider because I have quite narrow shoulders. Then I have the bust, the waist defined, and then once again the skirt flares out. I kept the necklace with a little dainty one and the same earrings, and then it does have a belt here. Now it is a proper belt, but it's just one of those little plastic thingies, so I've just tied it, which defines my waist. Flares in to the skirt, and then with a little simple black heel, and then I made my handbag being the standout piece, somewhere where your eye can land because it's just a black dress. It'll fall on my handbag because it's gold and sparkly. But let me just show you this. This dress has the key element of actually having a seam right here. It is sewn to go in on my waist. Oh, I'm stepping on the belt here at the same time. It has been sewn to go in, so you can see the shape of the dress fits my body. And that is what I mean about making sure you get pieces that fit you perfectly. Because this dress gives me that hourglass shape. It put me into proportion. That seam right there in the front gives me the rule of third. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but I promise you when you see it in real life, it's very easy to see. And then we just have the detail to make the dress stand out a little bit with the little straps to tie into the bows on the shoulder. It fits me fantastic. There is no tummy in sight. And that is the key. So I hope the biggest takeaway that you have from this video is to make sure that the pieces that you have in your wardrobe fit you perfectly, that they work for your body shape and that you work with your body shape and not against it. The formula stays the same. The outfit formula is literally the same. It is just about playing around with the different pieces that you have in your wardrobe and see the formula in different shapes, in different pieces of clothing. As you can see with the dress, I'm only wearing the one dress, but it does the exact same because it has the right proportions. It has the right fit for my body. I know there was a lot of yapping, a lot of talking in this video, and hopefully I've given you enough visual effect so you can see the points that I'm trying to make. But I want you to go into your wardrobe. I want you to play around with pieces. Keep the points that I've talked about here in the video in place. Have them written down. You can save this video and keep it for future reference so you always have it. But as I said, the formula stays the same. That is it for today. I hope this video was helpful, and will you then in turn help me and leave me a yellow heart in the comments if you made it this far in the video. It helps me see how many of you actually make it to the end, and it does help boost my videos as well. So I'm very, very appreciative for you leaving me a comment. But that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.